In an era defined by rapid technological advancements, our most sensitive information is increasingly vulnerable to prying eyes. Among the most sacred of these is our financial data, a treasure trove of personal details that reveals our habits, beliefs, and associations. The very notion of financial privacy, once a cornerstone of a free society, is under unprecedented assault. The erosion of this fundamental right has been insidious, often carried out under the guise of national security or law enforcement expediency. Government agencies entrusted with protecting our liberties have instead become complicit in their erosion. The recently released House Judiciary Committee report serves as a stark reminder of the extent to which financial privacy has been compromised. This report is not merely a collection of statistics and bureaucratic jargon, but a chilling testament to the overreach of government power. It is a wake-up call, urging us to confront the uncomfortable reality that the very institutions designed to protect our freedoms are actively undermining them. We must resist the normalization of such intrusions, for the erosion of financial privacy is not a partisan issue, but a threat to the very fabric of a free and open society.
Welcome to our channel, Quantum Edge Media. We are a beacon for the latest updates, live broadcasts, and informative content from around the world. We collaborate with diverse businesses and communities, shedding light on their stories, innovations, and events. Nothing in this show should be considered as legal, medical, or financial advice. The information we provide is only for entertainment purpose. You should do your own research and consult with professionals.
The House Judiciary Committee report is a damning indictment of government overreach, exposing the alarming extent to which federal agencies have accessed and misused Americans' private financial data. This is not a case of isolated incidents or rogue actors. It is a systemic problem that strikes at the heart of our constitutional rights. The report's findings are deeply troubling, painting a picture of an overzealous and unaccountable surveillance apparatus operating with impunity. Over 14,000 federal employees accessed private financial data over 3 million times, often without proper justification or oversight. This vast and unchecked access to our most sensitive information is a recipe for abuse and a clear violation of our right to privacy. Furthermore, the report reveals a disturbing pattern of targeting individuals based on their political beliefs. Search terms like MAGA and TRUMP were used to flag individuals for scrutiny, demonstrating a clear bias against those perceived as holding conservative or dissenting views. This blatant politicization of law enforcement is anathema to the principles of a free and just society. The sheer scale of government access to private financial data is staggering. Over 14,000 federal employees, representing a vast network of agencies and departments, had access to this sensitive information. This begs the question, why do so many individuals across so many different agencies require access to such a vast trove of personal financial data? The report suggests that this access is often granted without proper justification or oversight. In many cases, it appears that government employees were able to access private financial data with little more than a hunch or a vague suspicion. This lack of accountability is unacceptable and creates a dangerous environment where abuse is not only possible, but likely. The report also highlights the ease with which government employees were able to access this data. In some cases, it seems that little more than a few keystrokes were all that stood between these individuals and the financial records of millions of Americans. This is a clear indication that the current system of safeguards and oversight is woefully inadequate. Perhaps the most disturbing revelation in the House Judiciary Committee report is the evidence suggesting that federal agencies have been targeting individuals based on their political beliefs. The use of search terms like MAGA and TRUMP to flag individuals for scrutiny is a blatant attempt to silence dissent and punish those who hold views deemed unfavorable by those in power. This is a dangerous and unacceptable trend that strikes at the very heart of our democracy. In a free society, we should be free to express our political beliefs without fear of government reprisal. The weaponization of financial data to target dissenters is a chilling reminder of the fragility of our freedoms and the constant need for vigilance in their defense. The report also reveals a disturbing double standard when it comes to the application of these surveillance powers. While those perceived as holding conservative views have been targeted for scrutiny, there is little evidence to suggest that similar efforts have been made to monitor the activities of those on the left. This selective enforcement of the law is a clear indication of a political agenda at play and further erodes trust in our institutions. Section 5 Bank of America, a willing accomplice in surveillance. The House Judiciary Committee report also implicates Bank of America in this sprawling surveillance apparatus. Following the events of January 6, 2021, Bank of America voluntarily provided the FBI with a list of individuals who used Bank of America credit or debit cards in the Washington, D.C. region. This unprecedented disclosure, carried out without legal process or judicial oversight, sets a dangerous precedent for the future of financial privacy. Bank of America's actions are particularly egregious, given that they were not legally compelled to provide this information. This begs the question, what motivated Bank of America to willingly hand over their customers' private financial data to the government? Was it fear of reprisal, a desire to curry favor with those in power? Whatever the reason, Bank of America's actions represent a betrayal of their customers' trust and a dangerous erosion of the line between private corporations and government surveillance. This case raises serious concerns about the willingness of financial institutions to act as arms of the surveillance state. If banks like Bank of America are willing to hand over customer data without a fight, what hope do we have of protecting our financial privacy in the digital age? So, here's the thing. When we talk about the justice system, we often think about fairness and equality, but in reality, it can sometimes become a tool of convenience rather than true justice. This isn't just a theory, it's something we've seen time and again. The system, unfortunately, can be manipulated, and that's something we need to address. Now, moving forward, it's crucial that we focus on restoring trust and ensuring accountability. Trust is the bedrock of our legal system, and without it, everything crumbles. Accountability, on the other hand, ensures that those who misuse the system are held responsible. Together, these elements create a framework where justice can truly prevail. Financial privacy. Let's talk about it. It's not just a luxury, it's a fundamental right. In today's digital age, protecting our financial information has never been more important. Without it, our personal and economic freedoms are at risk. We must prioritize this to safeguard our rights and our future. And finally, as we look ahead, our goal should be clear: creating a more just and equitable future. This isn't just about making changes today, it's about laying the groundwork for a better tomorrow. By addressing the flaws in our system and advocating for fairness, we can build a society where justice is truly for all.